Welcome to State of the World with me, Sally Lockwood in Dubai. I'm just jumping on to talk to you about the situation in Gaza. We're not talking about it as much. It's not in the news as much since the ceasefire started last month, but even that is not going well. I mean, over half of the Gaza Strip is still controlled by the Israeli military. There have been an estimated 500 violations of the ceasefire so far. It certainly doesn't feel like peace for the people living there. And now winter is approaching. In fact, it's here. And if you look at the pictures that are coming out of Gaza, it feels like the weather is now another weapon being used against people who've lost everything, people who have no protection from anything, no safety, no shelter. Even their tents have now been completely flooded. And the rainy season is only just starting. The wet season is from December through till February. This is just the very beginning of it. And it gets bitterly cold in Gaza during the winter. And if you look at some of the camps where people are now forced to live, because 90% of people in Gaza have been displaced or lost their homes, the tents have been flooded. The ground is sludge, it's mixed with sewage, it's unsanitary, it's dangerous. The flimsy sheets and covering that they've got as shelters have holes in them. I mean, how do you keep your children safe, dry and warm during the winter in those conditions? I receive regular updates from my contacts in Gaza, and I just want to share this latest one with you because it really brings it home. He sent me these pictures, which I'm going to share with you now here, showing their living conditions, how the mattresses that his children are sleeping on are completely soaked through. He sent me videos of people standing on the mattresses and you can see the water seeping out of them. He sent me pictures of the cooking conditions that they have, and it just looks unbearable. You know, this guy is a teacher in normal times. He has 3 young children, one of whom was born at the beginning of the war, and one who is a toddler and has a sand allergy. And I remember him saying to me a few months ago during the summer, you know, my kid is covered in this rash because how do you keep a kid away from sand when you're in a tent, when you're living in a tent? And now just look at how much worse things have got for them. Now winter's here. And he sent me this text message today, which I'm just going to share with you. Life here is getting harder every day. Winter has already started and we're still living in 2 small tents with no real protection from the cold, the rain or the wind. At night, the temperature drops a lot and everything becomes damp. The blankets, the clothes, even the ground we sleep on. My kids are trying to be strong, but they feel the cold more than anything. We have almost no heating, and when it rains, the water comes inside the tent. We spend hours trying to keep things dry or stop the wind from tearing the tent open. Getting food and clean water is still difficult. Sometimes we wait for hours just to fill a small container. Cooking is done outside in the mud, and when the weather is bad, we can't cook at all. Even simple things like washing clothes or bathing the kids become impossible. There's no privacy, no electricity, and no safe space for children to play. We try to keep them warm and comfort them, but the conditions are not humane, especially now with winter coming fast. We're doing our best to survive each day, but the truth is, the winter in a tent is terrifying. I really feel worried reading messages like that about how these families are going to cope this winter. Certainly, this is something we're going to keep covering here on State of the World. We've actually got some special coverage out of Gaza starting hopefully next week, if not the week after. But if you subscribe to the channel, hit subscribe. It's completely free. You'll see when that coverage starts and when those updates drop. It's going to be hopefully really special, very unique. And I'd love to share it with you. So follow us and you'll see when that coverage goes live. And yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Sorry, this is a bleak update, but it's an important one. See you soon.